number 29. Can you believe it? 29 episode of What the Fellas Think, a podcast built to entertain, educate, and inspire. And we're also matching today. Everybody show your shirts. Got a little unity here.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, let me just say this is the most unity that I had with these guys all week. If anything has been so ununified, I mean these motherfuckers, man, you won't believe. I just had to throw that in there just to throw a jab at you guys. Y'all still my motherfuckers. Had me waiting around, both of them, 45 minutes. I think they playing that shit.
I think for me it was 30, bro. 45 for Brandon. I was about
No,
30.
it was about the meetup time was 5. Your stand-in didn't show up till like 5:40. No, it's all good though. But it's funny to me. I can laugh it off, but being late when I got stuff to do is a big peeve of mine. So now y'all know that shit.
Oh, I've been there. I've
and
been there.
and still didn't get no fuck.
I've been there.
Oh, that's right. I used to when we used to be out of town. Hey Jeremy, you
Yeah.
yeah, I'm coming down. I'm finna get something to eat. I'm like, but you know what? I mean, in some instances, and I learned this from you, and I think I shared this before. Whereas I would always be in a rush, and you being the more senior guy, you were more relaxed about it, and you didn't rush, and it always kind of fell on you to get the job done, so to say. So I've somewhat kind of lightened up being impatient. Like yesterday wasn't a big deal. We agreed to meet at Chili's, so I stopped in. I had a couple of drinks and an appetizer, and I was just like, well, if I sit here, I'm gonna continue to drink. So let me just go sit out in the car and wait. So I was sitting, wait and listen to music. No big deal, right down the street. But Brandon, on the other hand, I was all the way on the motherfucking south side. For you all to know, I'm living northwest suburbs, and we had agreed upon time that we was gonna meet up. So when I say, "Hey, I'll be there at 1 o'clock," what does he say? The typical black response: "On my
On my
way."
way. On
Motherfucker
my
ain't left
way.
the house. Motherfucker ain't left the house. Okay, I fell for that one, and then I fell for the "I'm only 8 minutes away." And no, it says 10, but they showed up 15 minutes late. So I know at that point they was bullshitting me. They was trying to sell ice to an igloo or to a polar bear and shit.
Hey, Jeremy, you'll never guess my excuse though.
What you say?
I was watching Jamie Foxx special.
Who the fuck watches Jamie Foxx on a Sunday afternoon? That's like a Saturday night, Friday evening thing. Who does that on Friday? So I'm starting to think that was a lie.
Hey, I gotta get in time with the missus.
She
I gotta
had
get in
she
time.
had you watching Lifetime, didn't she?
After.
Them Lifetime. Now some of them be pretty good though. I ain't gonna even front.
Yeah.
Hey, I be on the edge of my seat now. You know he the killer. It's him right there.
Bro, I can't stand Lifetime, bro. It's the same type of movie, man. I get tired of
Over
it.
It's
and
the same
over again.
movie. They just switched the races around and the
Yeah.
gender sometime. Uh, I compare them to Tubi movies. Tubi movies, I mean, far as like getting hit and getting shot, phony as fuck. But the storylines really take you for a loop in some of those Tubi movies, and that's what I appreciate about Tubi. Damn, did I just say I appreciate Tubi movies? I must be high. No, but before I veer off too far. First of all, podcast is overseen by my man Roy Tiger Brown. Rest in peace, brother. We still love you. And of course, my name is Roy. Can you see that? It's on the back of my shirt.
He turned around so slow.
You would think I was
I think-
high. No, so here I am. I'm here with two of my bros, and again, I speak of you. I don't speak for you. Gentlemen, introduce yourselves.
Y'all know I'm Brandon. Yeah, I say some jokes, and I'm gonna call out Roy on his nickname all the time.
I don't have no nickname. I got that legally removed.
Yeah, and I'm Jeremy once again. Yeah, so I'm Jeremy once again. How y'all doing? Week 29. All right, let's go, fellas.
Yeah, so as you saw, if you saw the back of my shirt, I got the number three. I think I'm pulling up the rear. Brandon has the number one on the back of his shirt. First off, because it was his idea, so he has bragging rights on that. And number two is Jeremy, because he think he the shit.
Damn, damn.
No,
Shots fired.
let me stop acting crazy. Y'all think I was high or something? No. So we got a very interesting show this week. We're gonna do some recaps on stuff that we talked about before, and we got some new topics that we're gonna throw at you. And of course, with our new segment, random facts. And being that there's a slight age difference amongst us three, me being the oldest, I say things and they are totally unaware of what the fuck I'm talking about. So we gonna introduce another segment eventually called Back in My Day. So let me start with back in my day to call somebody, it went like this.
That long ass
Yeah,
die.
yeah, I know it's a rotary. Yeah, I know that's a rotary phone, right? Y'all just standing there
Yeah,
like, huh?
yeah,
It's a
nah,
rotary
nah. I
phone.
see that, bro.
So that's that back in my day segment. We got that out the way. Uh, the first subject we want to talk about is basically a follow up from last episode when we were talking about Jay Z being accused of raping a 13-year-old. As things have progressed, more things are coming to light, and it's a lot of things are being said. One thing that I find shocking is I'm seeing a lot of comments or posts saying that, of course, Jay Z's appalled to be accused of something like that. Anybody would. But one of the things that's going around now is that it's being said that him and Diddy have never been friends, much less so much less been at a Diddy party. But anyway, the holes are kind of like there's holes growing in the story based on the accuser. She's uh she's giving us a story that's not jiving. I forgot the details offhand, but she looks like an opportunist. But I'm glad I was wrong. But yeah, when you accuse these black men out here, we already got a fight against us already, especially if we in positions of power. So to try to take down these men with false accusations, I mean, you could have put it all on Diddy. Diddy's ruined by now, but my man Jay Z, he ain't did nothing to nobody. So we were having a discussion this past weekend where I was kind of drilling on a point. I said he might not be guilty of this, but Jay Z is guilty of a lot of things. And I'm going to tell you the funny part that got the argument going. But I was saying how he was trying to come out of Leah. Leah was underage. Um, Somebody else was underage. And the third point I brought up was an instance that Corinne Stevens, aka Superhead, had wrote about in his book. Now I had shared this with the guys, and they laughed at me because they said it's Superhead. But and I get that, but I was feeling deep after I got off the phone about it. I want to call y'all. Hey, and this is my point, but I figured I'd save it. You know what? Yeah, it was Superhead, and from what I hear, she very well earned her name. But to still treat her like that in such a misogynistic way, it's still wrong, even if she is a hoe. And I'm not trying to be offensive to all the hoes out there, but yeah, she was an opportunist as well. So the story was, and this was in her book. I forgot the name of her book. I actually bought it. I was I was heavy into that. I bought the Nas Baby Mama Carmen Bryant book. Real interesting. and I used to be a big fan of Sister Soldier. Sister Soldier wrote these books. It started out with a book called The Coldest Winter Ever. Now, have you guys ever heard of that? I
No.
bet you, Brandon, I bet you your lady has.
I have to ask. I don't
Yeah,
know. I
you
don't
have to
know.
ask it. Sister Soldier wrote some very good books. It was about the street life, and it was real good. And that was a big part of my life when I was doing a lot of reading, especially working third shift. I could get a lot of reading done when I should have been working. But anyhow, in her book, she said that this at this time, she basically said this: Irv Gotti loaned her out to Jay Z. And that could have been true. She was dealing with Irv Gotti at the time, but she was getting passed around by a lot of people. But the instance with Jay Z was she pulled up to the video shoot in the car, and I guess they were in during a little break. And after when they was taking a break, he with no word said, he just gets in the car, no word said to her, puts her rubber on, and and she got the instructions to handle business. So I think
Allegedly.
that's alleged,
Yeah,
allegedly,
allegedly.
and that's coming
Yeah.
from her. But Jay Z does have, you know, if it has a bill and it has feathers and it goes quack, it's a duck. There's been a lot of stories about Jay Z, and I won't say infidelity, but we actually know that he did cheat on his wife. That's why Salon had to put boots to ass on him. But there's a long-standing rumor that Free from 106 in Park has Jay Z's baby, and she's basically has legal findings that she can't really come forth and say that's Jay Z's son. I guess I don't know, ruin his image or whatever. And I think Beyonce, I don't know how young Beyonce was when she was on. I don't want to say Jay Z's radar because it could have been the opposite way. But Beyonce was in the game kind of young doing things too. And but my point is to say, even though it was Superhead, it's just the actions that he did so misogynistic that it just shows a trace of patterns. Again, saying Superhead is not the best reference, but in my eyes, I think again, it's a development of characteristics. So, not saying that he's not guilty of something, but I'm sure being in that spotlight, he's taking advantage of the groupies on tour. And I hope they were of age.
I think. Well, first I'm gonna address the superhead thing. With superhead, she is an opportunist, like you said. In that book that you named, she dropped multiple names,
She dropped a lot of
multiple names.
names.
She dropped a lot of names, knowing full well that's gonna get the attention to the book.
That's the whole
So
point. Name
yeah,
drop.
that's the thing with that. So she opportunist with that. Now, I'm not saying what was done to her is right by any means, because and let me straight out say the facts. Jay is not the only one that did some obscene things to that woman and whatever she accepted to in that her role in that. And back to what Jay's accusers has said, she said her father after the incident drove 5 hours to pick her up. And as a father, you'd be like, yeah, I remember this. Or any normal father would be like, yeah, I remember that. You're not gonna forget it. Certainly not. And the father like, I have no recollection, no recall of this. And I'm like,
No, no, no. Say that word first.
recollection.
We
Recollection.
Yeah, we ain't
Yeah.
moving forward
Recollection.
until you say
Well,
it.
okay, well, you know what I meant.
We're all
You
about
know what I meant.
grammar here, folks.
You know what I meant. But anyway, he had no recall of the entire event. Like I ain't never did that. What you talking about? And then other people she said was there to witness the thing was Mood Charlotte. Like I was reading the story, Mood Charlotte, and they was on tour in a whole different state at the time. So like, how does all the stuff don't add up? And I think the main problem that I have with the whole incident is how quick our people went to went to the bullshit.
Yeah,
The
people are
memes,
quick. People are quick
the
to to repeat bullshit and believe it just because it's bullshit, and it'll keep a crowd, talking, as opposed to, hey, let's wait and find out the truth. People can't wait to hear something and run with it.
That's the problem I take with the whole incident. It's like how quick, and no offense to anybody that's been sexually assaulted, going through real trauma and all that. No offense to that. But to this person in this incident, I just took offense to how quickly we all jumped on the man. And then when you hear about stuff that his kids are being, this is being thrown in his kids' face. They at school being bullied about this and all that, and people just
Yeah.
piling on top of that. That
Hmm.
just makes it like, and I don't know if Jay Z is a good guy or not. He seemed like a good guy, great businessman, all that stuff. I don't know that person, but this incident just shines a light on how quick we are to judge our own people instead of the other side. We judge our own people quick and more harshly than anyone else, and that's
And
that's what I hate.
it was the big CEOs that really ran to Jay Z's defense. The
Yeah.
NFL had his back. Everybody was surrounding him, supporting him, and it was us, people that love to hear and keep up bullshit that was giving it energy until the full story came out.
Yeah. I also want to add one thing about the lady. I think she mentioned, what did she mention about, well, no, actually about the lawyer. Like, I think he did a terrible job, because how can you not investigate the timeline that she's saying is happening? Like, how can you allow that to even come out? Like, it's good
Right.
for Jay-Z
Yeah,
that it came out, but it makes you look like a poor lawyer. You make everything like fall apart, right? And that actually helped Jay-Z. But so as far as the father though, me trying to think as a father, if my daughter came to me and said something like I was sexually assaulted, right? After that, there's only three things, like three options you have from there. Like, one, you can go to the cops. Two, you take her to the hospital, get checked out, make sure she don't got no STD, no bodily harm. Or three, you going back to that party, right? And we gonna figure it out. So the fact that none of that happened is like, it makes her story fall apart. I'm not saying that it didn't happen, but to have a story that falling apart so quick, it just looked bad for her and her lawyer. So
So,
that's it.
given those three options, we actually had a conversation about this. I don't know if it was recorded or not, about what would Brandon do. And
uh,
all I can say is he'd be making a return trip to the party, you know, with
well,
with one in
that's
the chamber and 15 in the clip.
to get full recollection of that. Wait till you mess up on a word, Roy. I'm gonna have you. I'm gonna have. I swear. But anyway, anyway,
Captain
to get
Grammar.
anyway, to give full story on that, it was a scenario question we brought up. If something happened to your child, somebody attack your child as a parent, you going full crash out mode and everything, because that's you just the protector, you the provider. So, like, for me, I'm never gonna forget about that event. I know every detail, what happened, who was there, all that. I'm investigating full, like I'm the police in that situation. And for if a father didn't do that, then to me it's questions the two things: the father and the legitimacy of of the accusation. And I'm like,
Take your time, sound it out. No, no, I'm just messing with you, bro.
no,
No,
I'm
I hear
talking
everything you
facts.
said.
I'm
But
talking facts. So
during that conversation that we previously had, I think you did make the remark that you would go after them.
uh,
Uh, and I totally understand that, but here's me trying to be all logical and shit. If you go after them and you kill them, what good are you to your family while you're in jail? I mean, again, there's no right or wrong in here, but I'm just thinking logically. I mean, because I have no kids, they are either spit or swallow. Uh,
Jesus.
so I don't have no kids, so I don't have that type of empathy. But I think I would hope I would do the right thing. I mean, I think, going to kill him, I'm just leaving the rest of the wolves to prey on them while I'm in jail. So I hope I would have enough sense to, I don't know, do something and get away with it, or had a common sense to be stopped before I do something that I regret.
But I'm sure you have people in your family or friends that you love dearly. You want to protect. It's the same. It's the same mantra, if you want to say it that way. To me, you know.
And like I say, I'm not saying that you're wrong. It's just, again, this whole show is about us sharing our opinions about a subject. Now, y'all can be wrong as hell, but it's okay. All of us can't be right. You
Yeah.
know, no, seriously, all of us can't be right, and
No,
that's why.
notice how you said that y'all can be wrong.
No, I know what I said. I know what I said. That was me joking, but this is me being serious. If we to sit here and all had the same views about everything, this show would be boring. It would be so fucking dry, because whatever I said to start it off, or if you started off, or Jeremy started off, and we all agree, where's the fun in that? That's just like, you take any talk show, you you got a black person that hosts the show. Of course, they're gonna bring skinheads on there, because there's gonna be some, back and forth. It's gonna boost the ratings. But us having a different opinion, again, I always said that I can come with an opinion, but if you can come back with enough facts, you might convert me, and I might be like, you know what, the sky is blue.
It's
Stepping,
because you're logical. Like no matter what, Brandon ain't converting, bro. No matter
no,
how many facts, no matter what you have,
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Brandon's not
I'm
converting.
sorry.
he,
I'm
ain't-
sorry.
he can't
I,
he can't
it's
do it.
like I'm gonna use his scenario. If you sit down with a skinhead, you think you're gonna be calm through that whole conversation? No, it's not
well, no,
possible.
you
I
don't
don't
know.
think
You
so.
might end up hugging it out at the end of the show. It's possible.
I don't think it's possible.
But
I don't think it's possible. That's just me.
no, we all have our difference of opinion, and yeah, I'm cool to share that. Yeah, just Brandon, you just gotta admit, I got 8 toes on one finger. Yeah. How many you got toes on fingers? Well, I'm looking at them right now. And yeah, but you can't really change Brandon's mind. I listen to these two guys talk about sports, like, who's the better center or this and that or whatever, whatever. And Brandon will be 10 toes down on his choice. So yeah, moving along from the Jay-Z thing, I guess we can move a long way from that. We're talking about the diddler right now, Sean Diddy Combs. He's willingly given up any chances of trying to make bail, and he's just going to wait it out till his trial starts in May. I guess he's just like, fuck it, it's a waste of money. If I didn't get out here these first two times, all I'm doing is wasting money. So he's just
No,
going to
he
sit it
he
out.
wasted he wasted money anyway. I still don't know why he didn't. I guess he just defeated like to lose 3 times in a row. What more can you do? Like all his evidence has already been exposed and it still got denied. So he still is spending money like millions on his lawyers. So I think like they just have no more options, no more evidence to try to let him out. You have countless of people saying he's a harm to their health. You know what I'm saying? Like bodily harm. So the uh the state won't let him out. Isn't he in New York? Yeah, they're not
Yes.
letting him out. They won't let him out.
So when he first tried to petition for bail, he was like throwing conditions at him. And he said, I promise I won't have any girls in my house. But I didn't say guys.
Lord,
And you know what?
Jesus.
We all got our opinion on it, but we
Yeah.
can all agree that he's already been judged and prosecuted by the people already.
Do you
But I
think?
guess I guess the evidence speaks for itself. Um, and this is funny because it's going to lead into our next topic, talking about Diddy. But a lot of people that was really close to him, they're like being real hush, like Jennifer Lopez. Ray J keeps trying to force himself into the subject. He just wants to be relevant for some weekend. He even let Diddy's son beat his ass a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, Ray J on there like, I'm not gonna say what's going on at them parties. He just want people to go, hey, what went on at them parties? Ray J just like trying to fight for some camera time. Come on, man. The porno and your reality show done came and went. You got the Raycons. You're making in bank from that. Just be happy you're making money. But yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna say who was there. But to ease into our next topic, a lot of social media platforms are saying the reason LeBron James is taking a break from the Lakers is he's trying to figure out how to distance himself from these Diddy allegations because it seemed like I guess his name is kind of bubbling to the top of the pot. I mean, at the end of the day, you know what? If his wife knew he went there, it should be cool. That should be his biggest, worry. Like I said, Diddy had a little freak off party. For the most part, it was consenting adults. Now, the alleged drugging, the sex trafficking, yeah, that stuff was illegal. Yeah, I'm against that. But if you're having a party and you know how Diddy parties get down, shit, I'm mad because I never got invited. Shit, I'd have waited tables or something just to see. I'd have signed a non-disclosure just so I could see that shit. I'll be telling y'all stories with made up names. Man, Rumpelstiltskin, man, he was out of control. I can't tell you Rumpelstiltskin's real name, but hey, ain't he playing the Seahawks tonight? Or some shit like that, I dry snitch some way. But yeah, if LeBron has been to a Diddy party and he was famous for having his what is the Memorial Day or Labor Day party at the Hamptons, that was a big deal. Martha Stewart there, everybody, all the big wigs with this, Tommy Mottola. So parties like that, there's nothing wrong with saying you've been there. But long as LeBron's wife know where he was at and she's cool with it, I don't see why they should be going after him and putting him in a defense mode, so to say. And that's what's allegedly the reason why he's taking the break. Either that or he's really embarrassed by his son. He's like, man, I need to recoup from this shit.
Well, that's how it's portrayed that he stepped away to because the NBA was taking a toll on him. He wanted to rest up his foot, his physical and mental health was taking a toll. So that's the how it's portrayed in the media. Now, as far as the Diddy stuff, this is why I don't think Diddy's gonna get a fair trial because it's too publicized of his allegations. Everybody's already made their mind up. So I don't think he's gonna get a fair trial
That's if
to
it's
be
a bench
like
trial.
It is a bench trial, no? I
I
know,
don't
I
know.
know.
I'm just saying if it's a bench trial, good luck trying to find somebody that's not aware of what's going on. They probably sat through, the disposition and everything, the jury screening and lied their ass off,
that's
just
I
to be
don't
part of that.
I don't think he's gonna get a fair trial. And that's the problem with the whole thing. At least let the evidence prove his guilt or not. People have
I
already
would
made their
probably
mind up.
lobby for a trial where the judge makes the final decision as opposed to a jury trial. I don't think a jury trial will work well in his favor.
Depends on the judge too, though.
Yeah.
Depends on the judge too, though. Because some judges out there, I ain't saying all, their personal beliefs do play into their decisions.
True.
So no,
That's why the Supreme Court is so stacked. Trump has placed people in there that have his views, his ideology, so to say, to he knows if it goes before them, it's probably going to go the way that he wants it based on the people that's in there. That's a whole nother subject about that. I don't believe that you should be a Supreme Court judge for life, but that's we could talk about that any other time. But yeah, so that was kind of the dark news. I'm actually happy to talk about this next subject because Ronnie's numbers in the last couple of games. He's actually showing some actual life. Maybe he's shaking the jitters and he's actually showing who he really is.
Look at Jeremy over there looking like a proud father.
He was.
Yeah, bro. Bro, I've been defending Bronny James for the last couple months, bro. I think people are talking about him, and he's only 20. He's 20 years old, and I remember Iman Shumpert. I heard him saying he can't wait until people get this Bronny James medicine, and I'm with it. Like, I think his body's like as far as skill wise, he don't have that yet, but you can build skill. If you look at his body frame, he actually working hard, man. He's working every day. He's filling out. He's gonna be like 225, 6'2". He's gonna be a solid player, bro, with time. And I think he's gonna surprise everyone, including you, Brandon. I know you're not with him, you know what I'm saying, but that's the GOAT son, so he gonna be good, bro. He gonna be solid. Trust
I ain't saying I ain't with him. I think he more of a Drew Holiday type
me.
player. That's what I think he gonna end up being. That's his comp right there, Drew Holiday. Now I ain't gonna say he ain't gonna average 20 and 10. He could do that
Yeah,
because there's people like Sean Livingston who, if he never got hurt, would have been that type of person. You can develop the skill, and he can develop the skill because he got all the
yeah,
resources at his disposal. It's everything for him. Now I am encouraged by his latest run. Hopefully he can continue. I like to see. I don't never want to see an athlete fail unless it's Aaron Rodgers. I hate that motherfucker. But but
Oh, so I can't help but think and say this, and I stand behind this, is that LeBron James created all of this. You know what? Even coming out of high school, he was destined to be the greatest. But once he started comparing himself or saying that he's superior to Michael Jordan, that's where he got the haters from. He should have just let his actions prove it. You know, comparing himself, calling himself the GOAT. You know, a GOAT is going to be recognized as a GOAT. You don't have to call yourself, the GOAT to be recognized as the GOAT. That's why I say that about Cedric the Entertainer. If you got to put your job description in your title, then that means you obviously ain't good at it. I can honestly say I've never laughed at a Cedric the Entertainer joke. And the one that I did laugh at, I found out that he stole it from an 80s sitcom, The Bominicious.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, Cedric Entertainer's never been funny to me. Never. But that's a whole different thing. But LeBron created this aura of trying to compare himself. All he had to do was play. He didn't have to say nothing. And he wouldn't have so many haters. When you go up against Michael Jordan, it's just like that's just like trying to say something bad about Taylor Swift or Beyonce. They gonna come for you. They got a following. So LeBron created this whole era of Bronny being treated the way he is by players alike, and the memes. The funniest shit I saw was it was it was NBA 2K. It was like a picture of it, and they had Bronny sitting on LeBron James' lap on the side on the bench. I thought that was hilarious. But yeah, I want to see greatness from Bronny, because right now the league could use it. They could use a change of heart about how they feel about LeBron. I mean Bronny, because they're not the fans are not overall happy with the NBA content. You know,
Yes.
Milwaukee's wilding out because they won this in-game cup, which is bullshit to me. It really makes no sense, but I guess it's to draw fans and increase interest, and I don't think they're getting that. So hopefully this is the last year. Now, personally, I want to see what fucked up idea they got for the All-Star game. They're coming up with like it's supposed to be like some type of tournament like base thing, and I just want to wait and see that. Honestly, I don't think nothing's wrong with the All-Star game that you need to tweak.
I do like in a way. I disagree a little bit because I think the All Star game right now is no competition. They only compete in the fourth quarter. I think this tournament they're trying to make it more competitive, right? Because I think you're gonna have 24 All Stars. Then they're gonna add eight other players from the I think the rising stars. So gonna have their own team. So I think it's gonna be more competitive, make it to a tournament style. I think that's their goal, trying to do it that way. Because I
I
hate the new one. Yeah,
I don't like it. If they need to go back to East versus West and compete each tournament. Like whoever win the quarter get the bonus. Like that, I think is how they like win each quarter. Like that,
You know,
like they was doing a couple years ago. That win each quarter was exciting to watch, and then go back to the East versus West format because everybody picking players. They gonna pick the ones they friends with and all that stuff, and it's gonna one team gonna end up stacked. Like one team gonna end up really stacked
I
because
don't think so. I
You know,
mean, there might be a little favoritism in the picks, but I think, you know, you're not going to pick, you know, the number 12 man off the bench of the last place team in the NBA, you know, to be on your team. I mean,
yeah,
they had to go, they had to step away from that E versus West because at a period, I believe it was the West that was real stacked, and it's just they had to switch it up for that time period. Now, are we at a place where we can go back to the East versus West? I would say we're getting there, but not just
I
yet.
have a
So
I have a second thought because I know there has to be a reason why they're trying to change it. And on second thought, is it possible that the stars in the NBA of what we know, the KDs, the Steph Curry, the LeBron, they're starting to fade away, and viewership is starting to like reflect that. So the new wave of young stars who come in with already millions of Instagram followers, TikTok followers, who had a big following just based on their social media. Now in the NBA, which is the young rising stars, this is why they're putting them in the All Star to get their viewership to come with them. Because it's the only way it makes sense to me to have like the rising stars playing against the All Stars in the tournament. Because if you think about it, when Bronny James first got signed to the Lakers, his first week he made Lakers $50 million, and that was just based off his fan base. He had over like what 10 million followers on Instagram. He got so many on Kick. Like so, these younger
five,
stars,
I believe
five,
500,000 jerseys sold.
yeah, which is 50 million
Yeah.
dollars. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
And I think these young stars or these young rising stars are coming into the league already with a fan base, and they trying to get that
well,
fan base to watch the sports.
I don't think they promote them like they did in LeBron's time or Wade's time. I don't think they promote them like that because when
True.
Anthony Edwards had his run, he was not all over the place. They didn't put him in all the commercials. When Steph Curry had his run, he was all over the place. Every commercial, every show, like he was popping up in cameos all over the place. They don't do that with Anthony Edwards or SGA. They don't do that with them. They not in all the commercials. They're not
No.
on all the ads and everything. They not doing that with them. And that's the part of the problem though. That should be a push for that. You got young stars out here. You got Luca. You got all these stars out here. Let them get out there and get the attention because they got the following already. Let them get the attention to draw in the
So
others.
this is actually an upgrade because in the past few years, I would say the last 3 years, they had a rising star competition, but it was during All Star Weekend. It was with the skills championship and the dunk
Yeah, that's
contest.
it.
So yeah, so you kind of promoting the rising stars to the big game now, and
Hmm.
maybe that'll help viewership. This is basically what you guys just said. So now we putting them in a bigger spotlight. Like I don't beat myself up too bad if I forget that I missed the dunk contest. I don't think there's a dunk out there humanly possible that I haven't seen, and I think the dunk contest is kind of faded to me. Yes, the 3 point championship, I think is well, I think it's still great, but with everybody trying to shoot threes now, they're kind of, I would say it's like the fruit is starting to rot with everybody trying to shoot threes. I guess it was this week, I believe there was a stat. There was so many threes missed in one game. I think it just happened this week or last week, and it was like some really astronomical number. And all I could think about was when you guys first brought it up, is everybody's trying to shoot threes.
Hey, Error, I got another one. Have you seen the actual shot, the shot, like what do you call it, the shot, the field goals, like X's and O's on the actual post compared to like 1980 to now. Now is only threes and paint shots, and like 1980
Hmm.
or 1990s. 2000, it was all over mid range. It was in the paint. It was like the shot bracket was a lot different. You know what I'm saying? But now if you look at it, comparison, it's only threes and layups. That's it. There's no more.
You
Uh,
you know what
Mm,
I miss? I miss
what?
like Sean Livingston, who, by the way, he rarely missed a mid range shot or a post up shot. Those type of shots are like still missing from the game. The footwork. People travel so much in the NBA now. I just want to call this out just
that's
real
true.
quick. People travel and they make taking 4 or 5 steps on normal thing, and the ref looking right at it, and you think like, what? That ain't basketball. That ain't basketball. Like the skill of it, the footwork, making people miss because you shake them out their shoes with your shoulders. That's the excitement part of it.
The
Like
crossover,
the
yes.
crossover. Kyrie Irving still got it. He good with it. But some of these stars I have, they travel like a mug, and I don't even understand that to me. Y'all be look. How does no offense to Giannis, and Giannis as long as ever. But there's no way humanly possible you go 94 feet with only one dribble. There's no way humanly possible. And I just want to call that out. I just
He
want to
didn't
call
take
that out
one
because
dribble,
I'm a
bro. It
fan.
wasn't. It couldn't have been one dribble.
What? Look it up.
All right, I'm gonna
Look
look
it
it
up.
up.
I'm gonna just say look it up because 94 feet with one dribble. And I know he long. He ain't that goddamn long. He ain't that goddamn long.
I want to believe that you're full of shit in line, because if they
I
allowed
know.
that to happen, that's a travesty right there.
Yeah.
I
Look,
could
look
see,
at it.
like you say, the norm is like, they give you like 4 or 5 steps now, but 94 feet, that's a lot of steps.
Go,
So that
go
so
look
that
it up.
mean so
Go
that
look
mean
it up.
he bounced the ball on his one dribble. He now at the half court line, almost 3 point line, and taking three steps in a dunk. That's
Look
crazy.
it
Come on,
up.
bro.
Look it up. Look it up.
I'll look it up.
Look it
I'll look
up.
it up.
Look it up. Cause I hate to see stuff like that. No offense to James Harden, the little step back, the little stutter he do when he step, it's 4 steps, and that's a travel. That's a
I
travel.
was just going to say that's a travel.
That's a
Yeah,
travel.
but on the flip side, now it's ruled as player creativity. He actually used the rule books and figure out ways that would make his move be legal. He played with like the gather steps. It's weird. I don't understand either, but they call it legal because he's able to create a move based on the rule books. So
Yeah. Bottom
I
line
don't
is the
know.
NBA needs to get their shit together. So I am
Yeah,
thinking about buying that NBA 2K5. I guess they have a season where you can play in the WNBA as well.
you want that? That's it. He want. That's all. That's all he want. That's all he want.
Hey, he gonna create a creative
Wait,
player, call him
wait.
Shaq. He gonna be
I want
ball
to. I want
340
no.
pounds.
No, hey Brandon, I guarantee you, he create a female basketball player, and he go. I want to see his build. I want to see that build he make. I want to see that build he make on his creative play.
Hand me that towel. Yeah, I'm gonna get it and download it. And if they're not built like they are in real life, I'm sending it back, get my money back. That's the only reason I'm playing.
Hey, he gonna have his creative player post up against Brittany Griner all game. All
Mm,
game.
mm, mm.
Hey, no, real talk though. That's one thing I haven't seen like on YouTube yet. I haven't. You know how like on 2K you can create a player. I had to see like a WNBA a woman create a player on 2K on YouTube. I haven't seen it yet. So I guess everyone let us know. Let us know if it's possible.
I'm gonna be like
Yeah.
Joanna, man. I'm gonna be a man in disguise.
Nah, Nora Roy is gonna be some exaggerated features on her. It's gonna be it's gonna be
So y'all seen that I guess you would call it the lingerie foot basketball the thick women or wearing the little scantily tied shorts and they running up. Yeah, they be built like her. Yeah.
It's buns with basketball.
Yeah.
Broken ankle coming soon. That's crazy.
Of course, I
Roy be at the
make a character named the Diddler. I'll be breaking all types of, you'll see the timeouts when he on the bench. You'll see me come over bound with baby oil. Need a rub down? Need a rub down? Like, how the hell he do that? Create a
Roy be
player.
glued.
I got the cheat code.
Roy be glued to the screen when that come on, boy. Sir.
Give me that oil. In case you don't know who we talking about, there's this guy named Mike Cakes, and his videos is based around suggestive content. And I say that because it could either be women or it could be something as a fish that looks that has the characteristics or appearance of a vagina. So it's this one guy. He always starts with a video, and then he's standing there and he's spraying himself down with water to seem like he was sweating. It's all over his shirt and everything, and he has his glasses really tipped over, and then he always cocks his head so the glasses fall off, and sometimes his beanie cap falls off too. Real fucking hilarious. Check him out, Mike Cakes. He also does like online content for video games too. That's not interesting to me. I'm talking about the other videos. Hey,
Hey,
so is that it for sports? We got anything else we want to talk about?
well, I just wanted to talk about the Bears this week because I always felt that the Bears did get their ass whooped this week. It was embarrassing. But I just want to talk about the takes that's been on the Bears quarterback, calling him lazy, immature, because he looked like he was hurt on the sideline and he looked like he was exhausted and he looked physically exhausted. But people said he hasn't learned anything throughout the season. He's not a leader, all that stuff. And I'm like, they said Bo Nix is a better prospect. They said Drake May is a better prospect. And I'm like, how? How? If you watch the tape and players play, you see the difference. The only quarterback, and reluctantly I'll say this, is Jalen Daniels has been the most consistent rookie quarterback throughout the entire year. And I
So
get
Airways, you see that? He's admitting right now. He's finally
look,
admitting.
no,
I
I
was
get it.
like,
I get it. I get it. But to say Caleb Williams has looked like a bum, a bust, and he got a 3-to-1 interception turnover ratio. That is like crazy to even think that, to say that.
So
No
I'm
Bears
not.
quarterback. He's the fifth. That ain't.
I don't want to say. I don't want to place the blame too much on Caleb, if at all. Again, my blame, my finger pointing is leadership. You know, was that was that them playing Minnesota when one of the players was distracted? Fucking around with the crowd when they threw that Hail Mary. Who was that?
That was Washington.
That was Washington.
Washington.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know, for him to think that that was okay to do, that means the coach wasn't in his ass tough enough. You need a Mike Dichter in their ass, and telling them shit like that. It seemed like the leadership wasn't there or the respect for the leadership wasn't there. So that's one thing. Uh, we need to get our offensive line in order. You know, Stevie Wonder can see that shit. And I don't know why they can't see that. And I don't expect the intern coach to turn around, do a complete 180, but he has a few games to show if he's worthy of being the head coach or if he's just going to go back to the offensive coaching position. Um, he still got time to strengthen his resume, so to say.
I think it'd be good for him. At least if they win two of these last three, that'll be something to do for him because they're going
Yeah,
against tough teams for the rest of this little stretch here.
they're not going to beat
But
Brandon,
Detroit.
Brandon, isn't they like for the last like 8 games like 0-8?
yeah,
So you saying you want them to win two out the last three against tough competition,
And,
boy.
and these are
Hey, it will go towards his resume if they're able to do it. I don't think they're gonna do it.
That
But
ain't
if
gonna
they
happen.
do it, I just want to say to spotlight Caleb though. I just don't like
Yeah,
the
yeah,
the level of criticism that he's received
yeah,
from having a interaction or a reaction from getting blasted in the chest. I'm like, that's crazy. People are calling him immature, uh, not a leader. Like he making plays when it ain't plays to be made. So and we've had rookie quarterbacks look worse than this. I've been a Bears fan a long time. I remember a quarterback we had throw 7 touchdowns in a 17 game season. So I remember that. I
so
remember a
who
quarterback having
who are the rest of the games with is Detroit and who else?
Seattle, and Green Bay.
So you got pretty much playoff bound teams, and you think the Bears are going to win at least two out of those three?
I no,
We
what I
probably
said.
can win that Seattle game. We probably can win that Seattle game, but Green Bay owns us.
Listen to what I said. If it would go great for Thomas Brown
Okay.
if we win 2 of those 3. It would go great for his
Even
resume.
if it's just one and it's Green Bay, that'd be good enough.
Well, either way, they need to win some because goddamn. I mean, goddamn. Yeah, I just want
Or
to say that because I'm a fan of Caleb. I'm a fan of Jeremy. Don't think so. I'm a fan of Jalen Daniels or Jaden Daniels. I'm a fan. But when you start talking about Bo Nix, Drake May being better than Caleb, some people have even said they're better than Jalen Daniels. You're crazy. You're crazy. I don't know what tape you watch. I don't know what tape you watch. Does Caleb make mistakes? Yes, he's a rookie. But is he at the level of making mistakes of what Mitchell Trubisky has made and all the other quarterbacks we've had? No. No. I've seen horrible football played in Chicago. I'm old enough to remember when 7 interceptions were thrown in a game. So I know how bad it can get here. And
uh,
he by far.
how do you feel about the Bears throwing the rest of the game so they can get a high draft pick?
They got to, well, looking at the draft picks coming up, there's a generational defensive end and left tackle and guard in this draft. And we need line. We need people that are in the interior that can push and move bodies. So I don't have a problem with it.
So
I don't
while
have a
we're on
problem.
football, did you see the ceremony for the Heisman Trophy?
Yes,
Or did you see the
I did.
recaps, or at least
Mm,
where the
I did.
girlfriend had to be coached and told to stand up and cheer for her guy? There's too many red
Mm-hmm.
flags on that. I guess I guess reported at first she wasn't attracted to him, but I guess she did her research and found out the potential he had. She was like, let me hop aboard this gravy train, so to say, because I don't know where it's gonna take me. I don't think she's supportive. I think she's just
I don't know that to be true. I just don't. I just think, and I think Cam Newton talked about this. Stop adding, stop throwing gasoline on a fire. She's giving the media everything to talk about her. Stop doing it. You know you're in the public spotlight. Just stop doing it because you know they're gonna talk about it. They gotta have something to talk about to
I just
stir up
think she should
drama.
have knew. I
Stop
think
giving
she
them
should have knew better to stand up and cheer, unless she's so
exactly.
that disconnected from him that she didn't care. All she knows she was on the front row on TV, and that she really don't like this guy at all.
I don't know that to be true. I'm just saying her actions are being watched. So stop giving gasoline to the fire. Like you just chill, relax. Don't be on camera talking about do I gotta sit here all day? Like don't even do that. Or you could cover your mouth and whisper in his ear. Don't be after the game because he took pictures with fans, female fans. mad at him. I don't like this, and he pointing, telling you, I'm just taking pictures. Don't do that stuff because you know you're being watched, and you're gonna throw gasoline to the fire,
You
and
know
they
what?
and
I just say if
and
she's
then
just
trap.
if she's on a meal ticket, she's doing a bad job of it. You got to put some more oomph into it. Sometimes we have to take one for the team, and we put on that happy face. She needs to put on her happy face, and get pregnant.
bro. That's
That's
that's easy. Hey, but that's easy. Easy. Well, how old are they? Like 22, 23? I think she's a year older than her, right? So it's like
yeah. I think
easy
she's
to
like
say that.
26, 25.
Nah,
So,
she only a year older than him. I think she met when he was like
oh,
18 and she was like 19 or something like that.
oh,
But
okay.
but they gotta be pretty young. But maybe it's come from like a insecurity from her because he's hot. So she know he got all eyes on him and she don't know how to take it. You know what I'm saying? So every little thing is
Yeah,
in her mind is going out of proportion.
last thing you should be worried about is him taking time to sign autographs for fans. I don't care male or female, pretty, ugly, or whatever. Shit, that's part of the job, sweetheart.
Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah,
But
it's just much of a job for him as it is for you.
Right.
Like
She's
you got to be there. You got to represent.
right. She can't do dumb shit like, still be clubbing and out there wilding out, twerking for total strangers or some shit. I'm not saying she's wife, but you got a role to play, as far as, his image and everything. Don't have that man up there looking like a goddamn fool and your heart ain't in it. If you're gonna play, shit, play to win. Do your part, do your due diligence, and what we're asking of you ain't too much. Just be there and support him. Getting fucking jealous. If she is really jealous and shit, then he don't need to be with her. Just imagine what it's
But
gonna be like when he on the road. The fellas want to go stop at Hooters and shit. So you had Hooters, huh? Just yeah,
she
girl.
can be she can be jealous and angry, but do that behind the scenes. Don't do it in public, because
Yeah,
public lead to these headlines. Because it's
I
gonna
think
make
I think y'all forget how y'all was dating in 19, 20, 21, 22. But
I was the
you been
dumbest.
going.
I was the dumbest motherfucker in the
I
world.
think I think y'all forget it, man. Like yeah, she need her learning curve. And you see, he's not gonna leave her because of it. So I'm gonna give her a little bit of grace. The whole thing about not standing up, maybe it was a little bit of nervousness, or maybe I'm just too nice and naive. You know what I'm saying? But we gonna see how it all works out.
Yeah, I would think that even if she's not interested in him and she's this is an assumption that she's just looking at the payday, that she would be more into it. And yeah, maybe it was because of nervousness. She like, but Coach Prime was there to say, hey, stand up, and clap and shit. But yeah, everybody's going to be watching her now. All eyes are going to be on her.
that's what I'm saying. Stop
Act
giving
right.
gas. Stop giving gasoline to the fire. Just chill out. Just chill out. That's it.
And I hope she
You
ain't
know.
one of them. I'll fuck up your career. All I got to do is say you hit me and it's over with. Yeah, let me
I ain't
stop.
I ain't gonna go to the extreme like bro. I ain't saying her
I'm
personality.
stop I'm stopping myself. I caught myself. I don't want to label her. Yeah, I'm getting ahead of myself. You would think I was high.
look, Jeremy, follow the light. Follow the light.
I'm gonna give myself away pretty soon. I'm starting to get the munchies. Hey, so yeah, that's sports. So I guess we can move on to politics. Trump is still in the progress of trying to name his cabinet. Some of them are going against Congress to be approved. Again, some of his choices are real wacky, but one of the things I want to talk about that's been talked about for years is that Trump is dead set on getting rid of daylight savings time. So you know what that means? There won't be no fallback. It'll be 7 o'clock in the morning just when the sun's coming up or something like that. So we won't have that period towards the winter months. And
I couldn't find any reason. Do you know why he planned on like not doing what we used to do?
I don't know why we even started it in the first place or when we started it. And
Okay.
maybe
Well,
I should have did the research, but there's been talks for years about getting rid of daylight savings time because we're the only ones that recognize it.
well, his reason that he brought up is that it costs us money to do this. It's a big cost for the government. It causes throws off people's sleep pattern, which I mean it's an hour, so it's not like it's a
No,
big
I
super
know a lot
adjustment.
of people that have a hard time adjusting when that change occurs both times. And I don't understand it, but yet they say it, so it must be true that it does affect people sometimes.
Yeah, I didn't know this too about the daylight savings time. I think it's Hawaii and Alaska. They don't participate in that.
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah,
Yes, that's correct.
yeah. I didn't
In
know that. That was
other
something that
countries,
was
it's
new to
just
me.
something we do. But you know
I don't.
what? So I forgot what it was, and I said when I brought this to you guys, you're gonna think I started sipping the Kool-Aid. But Trump has something else on his table that he wants to change. I can't think what it was, and I'm thinking, damn, that's a fucking great idea. Let's go Trump. But I don't want to get too warm and fuzzy. It's like, if I get in this windowless white van, I know I'm gonna get raped for candy, whether there's candy or not. And right now he's just driving around. But I'm thinking, shit, I want to see what kind of candy he got. Maybe it's not too bad. But yeah, that's kind of how he got me right now. It's like I'm starting to drink the Kool-Aid. Not saying I'm a make America great again or a Trumper, but he's actually putting some stuff on the table that's actually kind of beneficial to the common people, so to say. We'll see. And when I find out what it is, I'm gonna make sure I write it down and share it with you guys.
I just. I don't know. I get a little.
Slowly, my hat's gonna turn red, and I'm gonna be the background's gonna turn into Trump, Trump forever. I'm gonna slowly convert.
I don't go full into his politics, but I just don't trust a businessman that has had failed business after failed business, and then
Agree. And
we're
trying to
supposed
run,
to.
trying to run a country, which is a business, basically.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
but
I
to his
I get
defense,
it. Oh, I'm sorry,
not,
Jeremy,
not,
but
go ahead.
I get it. I get it that things can change, but he knows how to play the system to benefit him at all times. No, he knows that tax system.
He knows
See,
the
being a
system.
CEO, he knows that. He knows that. So, but how is he going to help us in the system to
I
benefit
mean,
us?
can you hate
That's
him for
just
knowing the system? Again, I'm not trying to convert. I hope my
no,
background doesn't
no,
change. But can you blame him for
no,
knowing the system?
no, no.
Hope
I
my
don't.
background doesn't change. Dun, 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 dun.
what were you gonna say, Jeremy?
No, I was going to say to his defense
I'm
though,
sorry to cut you off.
about no, you good, about business. Um, yeah, he don't really have good business right now for his own personal use, but he's putting people in place who has good business. Like he's really close with Elon Musk. Like he bringing Elon Musk into the cabinet. You know what I'm saying? He creating a position for him. So like he bringing people who has big business into the government to try to make more money for the government. So that aspect I do like. Um there are some things I was reading about with the Project 2025 that I really don't like. But I know he did not he denounced those. He said he had nothing to do with those. So I don't know. But like I told you guys, I think a couple weeks ago, in 2 years, bro, we're not gonna care because we don't control much anyway. So at some point, it's gonna be no matter what, no matter who's in there, bro. We gotta learn how to adjust to it. You know what I'm saying?
Do
So in
y'all
2 years, I don't think.
do,
Not go ahead.
do y'all know how the Republican Party was started?
I heard, but can you expound?
It was started by activists who were against anti-slavery. It
Hmm.
supported
Okay.
black people, the Republican Party, and he threw me off with that Bill Cosby, but
Yeah.
the Republican Party was supposed to support black people. It wasn't until the 40s and the 50s and the 60s when they went away from us, stopped supporting us, that we went to Democrats for deals, put deals in place, i.e., Lyndon B. Johnson, that racist. He's a racist, known racist,
Is he Democratic or is he
and
Republican?
so is Hoover. He was Democrat. So both parties have their scars. I'll call them scars to me, and they're still open scars. Democrats have been historically racist throughout history, but the Republican Party was supposed to be for us, the people, and us as colored people, as they call us back in the day. They was for us, but they switched. They didn't pass bills for us to have fair housing. They didn't pass bills for us to be able to vote. And when the Democratic Party did that, their racist supporters went to what? The Republicans. That's why you see that map like it is with all that red at the bottom and the top and all over the place, because it's their racist supporters went to Republicans because they were Democrats. And that people talk, why do black people switch from being voting Republican to voting Democrat? That's why, because Democrats gave us deals. They may have been bad deals in exchange for or making deals with the devil, as you call it, because they
Yeah.
were people that
So
hated us.
yeah, we were the first one, the guinea pig, so to say, to be targets of the Democrat Party. They started acting like they cared. Hey, we're going to do this, we're going to do
Hmm.
that, just to get your vote. Then it
Yep.
became maybe along the way immigrants as well. Then it became the gays, the LBTQ community. They go after them. They go after the minorities to get the votes when they probably really don't care, but they just try to cater to that crowd right there to just get votes, plain and simple.
And that's what I hate, though. The the part of the system that was created for us became the system that's against us now. And the Democrats have historically been against us. That's why as a voter, I look at the policies all the time. I don't care if you Democrat, Libertarian, or Republican. I don't vote for a party. I vote for the policies. That's why like people like Bernie Sanders definitely, and I hate to turn this into a whole political spew, but this is people like Bernie Sanders I do support because he cares about the people. The people. Forget the what policy or party you represent. He cares about the people. And that's why I don't trust most of these politicians to do their job. And CEOs. I don't trust Elon Musk to care about the people. Because
Well, it,
what is the job of a CEO to make a company profitable? That's it. And that could be at the expense of you as the people. You don't know that.
well, we can kind of double back on sports and talk about the Bears organization. The Bears are a profitable organization. They don't have a sales team, but they have a waiting list for season ticket holders. So they don't have no need to really put money into the organization, even though, you got season ticket holders, you got loyals. You call them the blacks of the NFL. They're loyal season ticket holders. You got merchandise sales. They don't feel the need to have to reach out for more. And to get this stadium, they want to use the taxpayer money to build it. When they got the money to build it themselves, and it'll pay for itself in no time. And you can at least say, you did it all yourself. And well, again, they're trying to get the taxpayers to pay for it. And I'm like, hell no.
the Bears are
Fucking
so crazy. As soon as they bought that land and made it public, the property values around that entire area tripled. It tripled. They're gonna make their money. They know that, but they don't want to spend the money. They want to use your money.
right.
The great business out there use other people's money. They ain't using their money. They want
And
to use your
if
money,
and if this is
and
the
that's
McCaskey thing, I'm like, shit, you know, your lifespan ain't that long, and I'm sure you already got money. I mean, build a legacy, build your own stadium. You know, just so you can build that stadium's going to pay for itself in no time. With sports games, you know, you got soccer, you got concerts. You know, you build the right facility, they will come. It won't be Soldier Field they'll be going to. They'll be like they could have concerts in the middle of the winter, you know, and everybody will still be warm or whatever. They just got to think about the plus. And I hope, and I don't live in the city of Chicago, but I just hope the city of Chicago doesn't cave in and give them the money to get that building built. That's a greedy right there.
Where they gonna get the money from?
They
You
got the
got a
money
mayor that want to cut
themselves.
the budget. You got a mayor that want to cut the budget. I'm talking about Chicago. Where they gonna get the
No.
money? Where they gonna get the money from? You got a mayor that want to cut the budget and put more money in his, or land some more money behind the scenes. And it's
And Brandon, you laugh, but that's where all this budget crisis we've been in for years has come from. Them overspending, them having to pay out lawsuits. You know, these in double-digit million-dollar payouts. You know, for violating civil rights or human rights or whatever by the Chicago police. Uh, Still in the pad in their pockets. Now they're trying to put that money back by making the citizens of Chicago pay more in taxes. And you know what? They just need to come forward and say, look, we fucked up. I inherited this from the previous administration who inherited this from the previous administration, and we just got to fix that shit. But they just want to keep robbing Peter to pay Paul and line their pockets up in the meantime and hope they can keep it swept under the rug until it's their time to step away.
I remember Brandon Johnson when he ran, and not this Brandon Johnson, the other.
Now, I think the
I
other
remember when he ran. He
Brandon
said,
Johnson is more time conscious.
Roy is
I've,
salty. You're a little salty.
I've been waiting to work that in. But not seriously,
but
go ahead.
but he wants to basically raise property taxes, like increase them in an incredible number. So I'm like, how your policy, your campaign was built on saying you were not going to raise property taxes, and you switched up just like that and say I'm gonna raise property taxes now. And it's a whole it's just like Joe Biden did too when he said, "Oh, I'm gonna get rid of student debt."
That made no sense to me from the beginning. That made no sense to me in the beginning. All he was trying to do was buy votes. I
Exactly.
mean, what is that really teaching? You
But
take out a
understand,
loan, a loan is something you pay back. To give them loan forgiveness, these kids ain't gonna learn responsibility in the world. They're just gonna take that and they're just gonna have years of bad credits because they think somebody's gonna come bail them out. So to me, I'm not trying to sound like the angry old man, but that was just dumb from the beginning to me.
how do you? I got a question for you about that. If student loans are like a loan, why can they not be a part of a bankruptcy?
Well, I never knew. I've never filed for bankruptcy, so I didn't know that you couldn't file for bankruptcy on a student loan and claim on your student loan.
You
Because
still
hey Brandon, is it because the student loans is now more like, even though isn't that government funded? So how can you claim bankruptcy and you owe the government? They ain't going for that.
Right.
You know what I'm
that
saying?
There you go.
no, no. I've literally asked bankers this question though. Why, if student loans are like a loan, interest on top of that and everything, then why can't you put it a part of a bankruptcy?
Oh
I don't
God, man.
understand. I don't understand. It's debt though. It's debt, ain't it's debt. It's a part of your debt to income ratio.
Yeah,
So
definitely. Yeah.
I mean,
And, and, and
I'm
guess
just
what? I
saying.
don't also I don't think student loans is calculated inside like your child support, or you know what I'm saying, like your finances. We do it don't matter. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, exactly,
It-
exactly. That's one thing.
yeah. So
And I would argue going to school and going for a better education is a way for kids to still learn responsibility because you gotta work. College is college is fast paced. I don't know if a lot of people have been to college. College is fast paced. You got to take your own notes. You got to provide for yourself. Go to work. And most of
You
the time,
basically become an adult overnight.
Mhm.
exactly. And most of the time, yo, ain't nobody got rich parents like that. So the majority of people in college is getting in the, out the mud themselves, and that's the thing they don't care about. And it's nice that you don't have to pay a student loan while you going to school. But once you get out and you not immediately getting a job or you got a small job just to get by, you still got to pay student loans once you get that job.
Yeah.
So you
Yeah,
can
but
put
I
it in
think
you can put it in forbearance where you can push off the payments for like a year or so. And I've been wanting to share this. That was one of the biggest mistakes I made, and I tell my nephews about this. That when I got out, I was just forbearance, pushing it off. When that's when I should have been paying it. And then it got to the point, I guess I ran out of forbearance time or whatever the fuck, and I actually had to pay for it. And I was in a more responsible environment when I had to finally start paying it. And I don't know if interest compounded on it because I wasn't paying for it, but I suggest just because you're not making much and you got like a little part-time gig or just an entry-level job, if you're staying at home, save and pay those bills while you can, while you have the luxury of doing that. You know, uh, my father, he didn't. He said, as long as you're in school, you can stay here. And that's what happened. I was in school and then I got a job and he still didn't rush me out. Hey, save your money. Don't leave you out here on no bullshit. And he told my nephews the same thing. Uh, take advantage of that shit. You know, um, well, I don't want to give it away because my nephews might listen to this podcast, but we got a plan for him. But no, at the end of the day, it's about maintaining responsibility. Once you go to college, you become an adult overnight. There's nobody waking you up out your bed saying, hurry up and get ready to school." There's nobody ironing your clothes.
Mhm.
Nobody's fixing your meal. You realize you got to do that shit on your own. So it's either sink or swim. So yeah, I never realized that you couldn't declare bankruptcy on your student loans. That makes sense.
Cannot, cannot, cannot at all. But it counts against you all the time.
Would that be
Counts against
considered a fun fact?
you.
It could be. It really could be.
I guess that's a segue. I guess that's
Right,
a
that's
segue.
right. We right
Yeah.
into it. So here's our segment of our fun facts where we do our little research and we just share little random facts. Uh, I'm gonna let Jeremy go first.
Yeah, I'm gonna go first. Mine may not be a fact. In fact,
It's something he
you know
made
what
up within his
I'm
hour.
saying? No, I just had a question. So, if I ask you guys, is America a republic or more of a democracy? What would you say?
Democracy.
Most people would say that. Most people say that, but really, our constitution is a republic. When you think of democracy, it's more like majority wins, right? Like, so majority of people vote this way, it goes this way. That's not how we. It's not how we run. Also, if you know the national anthem, how does it start? I
Oh,
pledge
say, can you
allegiance.
see?
No, not that one. No,
Auto Pledge
what you
of
call it?
Allegiance.
Pledge. Yeah. So if you know what pledge allegiance, what did it say? I
Pledge
pledge
allegiance to the
allegiance
flag
to the flag of the United States of America and to the what? To the
of the
Oh,
republic
republic. Yep.
for which it stands, one nation, under
ah,
God,
So
indivisible.
mm,
if you was an
You know?
80s if you was an 80s baby, you took a spin on you say, I pledge allegiance to the flag that Michael Jackson is a fag. That's that's the dumb shit we used to that's the dumb shit we used to say.
Yeah. So
We're the same generation that came up with that Batman smell and Robin laid an egg thing. So
yeah.
yeah.
So that's my fun
Jesus.
fact. That's my
And
fun fact.
you know
So
what? And I think that is a fact that's been right in front of our face that we didn't realize. So I think
yeah.
it's just as powerful as how many times a person blinks his eye in a minute, which is 14 to 17 times, by the way.
Dang,
Really?
The average
dang.
person blinks 14 to 17 times per minute. Uh, I don't notice it
So wait,
right
wait.
away.
That's crazy.
Wait. So if it's more, is he considered crazy? You
I don't
know what I'm
know.
saying?
Or
Or
you
if it's
got a
less, is
nervous
he slow?
twitch. Or you got a nervous twitch. Now, see, I sleep on my side with my head in the pillow. and sometimes I can feel my eyelashes flickering even while my eyes are closed. So yeah, that's a crazy
Right?
fun fact. Yeah. So
The-
don't go try counting.
Roy must have had him a little taste before he went to sleep.
Do I look high? Here's here's a couple of the amazing facts, and I found these out today, and I'm definitely going to try this one. Lemons float in waters, but limes sink. So I want to put that to the test and see if that's true.
Oh, I definitely got to see that.
Lemons float, but limes sink. Human teeth are the only part of the body that cannot heal themselves. Yeah, we can see that from the crackheads. They
No, no,
once
no,
they lost
no,
their shit,
no,
they lost their shit.
Elroy. It's not the crackheads. It's the meth heads.
The
You
meth
get meth
heads,
head
yeah.
cooked within 1 month. It's
Damn.
over. It's, it's
Yep.
it's the meth. It ain't the crackheads. It's the meth.
Damn.
So here's a fun one. I don't know if you consider it a fun fact, but it's just somewhat nothing to grow on. There's actually a fear of other people's opinions. It's called allodoxiophobia. It's the fear of other people's opinions. I think that's strange and crazy, but yet I'm sure there's people out there that fear what other people think, that people have an opinion and that their way of thinking is the right way. And I don't know, but that sounds crazy as hell.
Wait, time out, time out.
So
Because
Brandon, do you have allodoxophobia? Fear of other people's opinions? No, god damn it, because the sky's yellow.
I'm gonna I'm gonna just walk like this. That's all I can do. Man, who? That's the thing too. Like, I be telling my kids, it's like stop living for other people's opinions. Like, I think that's another problem in our society. We live for other people's opinions. Just do what you do. Like,
Exactly.
if you love it, what you doing, do what you do.
And
I
if
don't
it's not,
agree, and I'm joking when I say this, but I don't agree with OnlyFans. But hey, they out there making money and they loving what they doing. So
man,
hey,
you get to work from home. That's the selling point. You know,
hey,
you're right, Brandon. At the end of the day, you're gonna look back on your life. You're gonna be laying on your deathbed, and you can look back at your life. And if you spent the most part of your life trying to make everybody else happy, in doing so, you've made yourself unhappy.
facts.
And as long as it ain't making other people bleed or it's not disrespectful, you know, do what you do. Shit, fuck that. The one guy that 90% of his body is covered in tattoos. That's what he chose to do. He chose not to get a job. That's what he wanted to do. He wanted to get tattoos all over his body. And it's amazing because I've been seeing this a lot lately. I don't know if it's new or not, but he had a newborn and he's holding his daughter, the most precious thing in the world, and the daughter's receptive to that because she doesn't know that that's out of the ordinary.
yeah,
She loves him because he's nurturing her, he's caring for her, he's showing her affection. He's probably making crazy faces, making them laugh. And that's all they see. They see the real thing when people kind of look at the package. Just like they won't take something if the package, your outer shell, or literally the package is not appealing to them. When the inside is what really counts. And I don't want to sound all emo and shit, but really don't judge a book by its cover. They said that. They said it for a reason. Uh, you can see people and say, "Oh, he's a skinhead." No, he just likes cutting his hair real low and wearing, combat boots. You know, no, seriously, I say that about white people. You just can't automatically just call them a skinhead. Maybe they like that look, but they're the most biggest lover of humanity. So don't take their appearance as and be quick to judge them. But 9 times out of 10, they probably are skinhead. I don't know. But be careful. Be careful. But not everybody that has what we consider an offensive appearance is out to do harm. To them, it's rainbows and puppy dogs to them. It's great. and people are quick to judge.
I wrote down my 4 fun facts.
Wait, time out before y'all go. Before I go.
Okay.
I must have missed a beat. When we start doing 4 fun facts? Y'all never told
Nah,
me
nah,
four
nah,
fun facts?
nah.
So
I just wrote down
Everybody
four.
did 4.
Nah,
Everybody did 4, then you doing 4.
nah.
I
I
feel bamboozled.
just, nah.
well,
I just wrote down.
I actually got five. Honey does not spoil. No.
I just
You
wrote
know
down a
what?
couple.
Right. I just wrote down a bunch of them because I
Mhm.
figured it'd be a real quick segment if we just had one. So I try to
Yeah,
get like four or five. So yeah, Jeremy,
I got
we kind of went out the box. So don't feel bad because you have one. Just look at yourself as
Nah.
being less prepared.
I
Hey,
just
I had a good one though. I had a good one. You know what I'm saying? I looked that up. You know what I'm
But
saying?
no, yeah, it seemed like you did.
Yeah.
And again, that's really going to make me question that most of the stuff that we're oblivious to is written in right in front of our face. And with that fun fact that you shared, again, it right in front of our face, but we just read over it. Like those are the words. They don't mean nothing. This what I'm just told to say. But no, that was a great fun fact, Jeremy.
Trying to
I
burn
just
me up.
wrote
Go ahead, though.
Not like you need my approval or anything.
I
Yeah.
just wrote down a couple I thought was cool. And then
Mhm.
mine are all over the place. They cover sports and everything. But the first one for sports, NFL athletes have to pay state tax in every state they go in and play a game in.
Wow.
Yeah, they have to pay state tax. So they already got federal. That's federal, but they have to pay state tax in every state that they go in, and
So
they
that's
get paid.
basically 8 states because if you look at it, it was a 17 game season, one by. So 8 states they got to pay taxes every year. Hmm. Now I know if you like lived in Indiana and worked in Illinois, you got to pay taxes in both. But I didn't know far as the professional athletes. So NBA
But
has 32 teams altogether.
he
I
said
don't know.
NFL. He didn't say
Oh, NFL.
basketball.
Yeah,
Oh,
It's
NFL. Okay.
it's
I don't know if
NFL.
it's the
Yeah,
NBA. I don't know if it's
it's not.
NBA or not, but
It's
the
not.
NFL definitely has to pay a state tax in every state they play in.
Wow.
It's good if your state has no state tax. You don't have to worry about it. But if you go to a state with a state tax, you get paid in that state. You got to
That's
pay state
wild.
tax in that. Yeah, that's
Hmm.
wild. Crazy.
That's wild.
That's crazy.
I think that's a
Uh,
scam to get money out of people. I don't think that's right. That
Yeah,
that
that's
that don't
crazy.
sound right to me.
uh, my second one is for animals. A cat's ear has 32 muscles in it. 32 muscles in a cat's ear. It's in
That's yeah,
one ear. That's in one ear. So
that's a good one.
64
That's
muscles in it. That's a strong ass cat ear.
I'm trying to come up with a witty comeback, but I got nothing. Every time I said, no, I'm not gonna say that. Yep. I was gonna
And
ask you how many muscles does a clitoris have? I'm not talking what's the other thing? The nerves, but how many muscles does a clitoris have?
three? I don't know. That
Look it up.
was a real question.
No, no,
Oh,
no,
oh,
not really. But yeah, if you willing to look
oh,
it
okay.
up, you know,
I'll
I'm
look
the
it up.
I'm the
No, wait.
perverted
Hey,
one.
Brandon. Hey, get through your two and then tell us the answer to that the
Right.
Elroy question. You got two
Okay.
more. And
All right. All right. An octopus has 3 hearts. That's another crazy fact. That's another
Hmm.
crazy fact. And my final one is kind of a boring one, but a cloud in the sky actually weighs over 1,000,000 pounds.
that's crazy. No, that ain't boring. That's I like that one. I like that
I don't know. That sounds like something Brandon made up.
one.
Nah, Google it. Google it. How much
We
does a
not we
cloud weigh?
not we're not
Google
playing three truths and a lie.
it. Nah, but look it up. Look it up. I wrote them
All
down,
right.
so I did my research.
No, it makes sense because the rain, the moisture inside it. But so
Yeah.
answer now, Elroy question.
I, shoot, okay, let me research that. I don't know. I don't know.
Muscles,
Hey,
muscles, not nerves.
you about to put a virus on his phone?
It's gonna lead him to some page. Yeah, you have to be over 18 to get to this page.
It says two muscles.
Hmm.
Wait. So, Elroy, did you know the answer to that question?
No, I didn't.
I was about to say.
Two muscles. Two muscles.
That's
Well,
what you.
it's actually something I did want to find out. So now when I go down, I'll be like, yeah, I just want to give you a muscle massage.
One muscle is to compress the blood. The other muscle is for the pulsing.
Okay.
Yeah. And I cannot pronounce it.
Look,
Convorous.
I'm
Convorous.
I'm gonna have a random conversation with a total stranger and make sure it's female. I'm like, did you know you got two muscles in your vagina?
That's actually false. They got to be more.
I only saw two according to Google.
No, that's clitoris. He said
Uh,
vagina, so it's probably more
Oh,
with the vagina.
oh, oh,
Oh, well, see, that could turn into a lengthy conversation. So that was about your vagina. Now let me tell you about your clitoris in general.
oh.
And all of those conversations are going to take place in church.
I got a feeling somebody gonna be somewhere with Roy talking about this with some white powder on his hand and just slap. It's gonna be a grandma somewhere, boys.
Sprinkling a little powder. This is all sophisticated and shit. And they're going to try to weigh it out. If that happens, I will take a selfie and share it with you guys. I will definitely share that. Jeremy, so what's going on there that you hide from us? You went dark on us.
What you mean when dark wind?
You're not, there's no video. All we see is your logo.
Oh, straight up.
Yeah, no picture.
I think you high, man. Yeah, you for real? Or you joking?
I'm
Nah,
serious.
he talking about earlier in the show.
No, right now. Look at his thing. I don't see.
Oh,
I see.
I see him.
You see Jeremy.
Yeah, I see Jerry.
yeah,
I
he
don't
high.
see Jeremy. No, I'm looking at. Look, I'm gonna take a picture of this, and
Uh,
don't change nothing.
lady, ladies and gentlemen, call, hit that life alert button and send them straight to Roy's house. Hit that life alert button.
Can you see this? Wait, hold on a second. I'm gonna get it.
Nah, we can't.
I
Oh,
know.
hold it right there. Oh, you do see just the on
Just the
his screen.
logo.
I don't know why on his screen.
Yeah.
For me, I don't. I see him. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. I don't know.
Brain say, call life alert.
I'm gonna get knocks on the door for a wellness check. We're just here doing a wellness check. I'm like, y'all come look at this shit right here. I took a picture of it.
Oh man, yo, wow, bro.
So, guys, have we decided if we're gonna do an episode of What the Fellas Think next week? Christmas Day is
Wednesday, right?
yes, it's a week from now. So we're not doing a podcast on Wednesday, are we?
Yeah, I don't think we'll be able to do it.
But are we meeting up to go to the gun range on Thursday, next Thursday?
I'm cool with that. If y'all
I'm
want,
down
y'all.
too. I'm
All
down
right.
with that for sure.
We are gun enthusiasts. Brandon has a full arsenal. He has a room that you push a button and the wall turns around and there's all types of guns and shit on there. Yeah. Don't
No
fuck with
John
him.
Wick. No John Wick over here.
Yeah.
No John Wick.
You make John Wick say, "God damn." But no, we are owners, legal owners of firearms, and we like to occasionally meet up and just go to the range, and that's what we plan on doing. I think the last time we actually did it was right before the pandemic, as a group. It was right before the
Mhm.
pandemic. I don't know if you remember that. We went with our friend, the project manager.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah. So
Yes,
yeah, y'all
Lord.
check out the shirts. Ain't they nice? I'm working on getting another set shirts, guys. Just so you know, I want us to be official, and I want to get out in the streets with these. They be like, "Hey, I heard about y'all. You that motherfucker Elroy? You crazy as like? No, I'm Jeremy. If you just listening to it, I'm Jeremy, and I'm gonna smack your mama like this. But yeah, I
we
guess we're
all
we're
we
kind of
always joke. Now I was just saying we always joke, so don't
yeah.
take us serious. We joke. We joke.
I joke too much. I laugh to keep from crying. That's my motto. So I can always find humor in something. I said my mother died from cancer. I said you can tell me a good cancer joke. I will laugh. I'm not going to get mad. My grandmama died from cancer. Okay, did I do it, motherfucker? But still, come on. But the shit is still funny. Come on now. I remember I'm in this group on Facebook, and I made a joke about cancer when Chadwick Boseman died. You know, I said something like, "I guess Wakanda isn't forever," and this guy got all upset and shit on the page. He's like, "Hey man, that ain't funny. My grandmama died from cancer." I said, "Did I say anything about your grandmother?" So is that like just because your grandmother died, all cancer jokes are, off limits? It's just ease the fuck up.
So, hey, he got Edward got enemies out there. Edward got
Yeah,
Facebook
I
enemies,
got,
bro.
I got, now I got motherfuckers that can't stand me. I'm not politically correct. I don't say things that you want to hear. That's just never been me. I've always been a straight shooter, and been upfront and told people the truth. And I'm like, get over it.
Yeah.
Are you crying now? Is it gonna make you cry? Is it gonna make your grandmother hurt anymore? No, she's dead already. Let that shit go. Stop being so fucking sensitive. Or I cut you.
Another joke, people. We don't support violence, and we love you. We love you. We love you. Yeah.
No,
Definitely
I
like,
just
comment, and subscribe, and send all your hate emails to
s- send any email to me. I will read it verbatim. You send it to me, I will read it. There's nothing off limits. I will read it word for word. Time to go grocery shopping?
Yeah, it is. The gym. You going to the gym?
No, grocery shopping. Grocery shopping, right?
yeah, it's looking like. But
But no,
definitely like, comment, and subscribe for us.
yeah, episode 29. This has been great. I had fun as always. I look forward to Wednesday. I look forward to, coming home, scarfing down a meal real quick, logging on, doing the pre-show, and then actually doing the show and just seeing how it all comes together. Always a great time here.
Likewise, man.
Definitely.
And I couldn't do it with two more cooler guys or two less respectful guys of my time.
I'm done with
No,
it.
Hey,
no,
hey,
no.
hey, we gonna get together, you and me, Jeremy, and we gonna put a shirt together that says "Always be 45 minutes late."
No, and I really can laugh about it, but going forward, I would not allow you to do that to me ever again. If
You
I if
mean
I
that?
hear if I hear if I hear on my way, you got to go live and show me you driving on the streets, or I'm pulling up and I'm gone.
Yeah.
He said that like we was that dude Fleece Johnson.
Who?
Oh, you ain't never heard
No.
of Fleece Johnson? I'm gonna let you
Go,
Google him yourself.
yeah, go
The
on YouTube.
Boondocks episode. Yeah, I'm gonna let you
Yeah, go
Google
on YouTube.
Police?
yourself.
Police?
Yeah,
Fleece,
Fleece.
Fleece,
Okay.
Fleece Johnson.
All right.
Yeah.
Must be related to
Nah,
him.
you don't
Both y'all.
want to be related to him. You don't wanna be related to him. I'll let you do your own research on that.
Yeah, I'm gonna check this guy. And I think I've seen all of the Boondocks episodes.
You couldn't have. If you forgot his name, you couldn't have.
Nah, you couldn't have. You
Just
got
Google
him.
it.
I mean, a
Yeah,
pimp named Slickback,
YouTube.
all them,
You
Uncle
remember that?
Ruckus,
Do
Stinkmeister,
you
all that.
do you remember the episode where they was talking about Chris Hansen? He was like,
Yeah,
I don't call you Chris Hansen. I call you Chris Hansen.
yeah, I remember that.
Do you know Fleece John?
Yeah. You know, Fleece.
I'm gonna still Google it though.
No,
But you know
YouTube. No,
what?
YouTube.
YouTube, okay.
Yeah,
But you know
YouTube.
what? It's funny that you mentioned that. I used to love watching those To Catch a Predators. He come in, he come in with the little case, the 4-pack of coolers and shit, and she be in the background like I'll be out in a minute, and then he comes out, they get all scared and shit, and then he'd be like, what are you doing here? I came to talk about her and the dangers of inviting strange men over to her house. Oh, I just came to talk. That was the top 10. I wanted to talk to her about the dangers of inviting strange men over. Look, you was trying to
Hey,
get Diddy before Diddy was Diddy.
one thing about them episodes, it'll tell you it'd be some of the most regular people. One dude was a pastor. The other dude was a baker, the mailman.
Always pillars of the
I was
community.
like,
Yeah.
I'm like,
They
dude,
be like, I promise I won't do it again. Okay, you're free to go. You can leave. You can go outside. They gotta say, get down right now. And they got tasers pointed at them. I'm gonna have to Google that on YouTube. I'm gonna have to watch get high and watch a couple episodes of To Catch a Predator.
watch Fleece first. Watch Fleece
Yeah,
first.
Felice. I'm gonna do Felice Johnson first. So fellas, again, it's always been a pleasure. And what's your parting words, Brandon? Did you tell them?
uh, if it ain't up, it's now. Let me stop. Let me stop.
Like, select, and subscribe.
Yeah. Like, comment, and subscribe.
Life,
We
comment,
definitely
and
want to hear from
subscribe.
you out there. Yes.
And as we come into the holidays, and I'm being real serious right here. Tomorrow, I'm going to be by one of my best friend's side as he prepares to put his son to rest. Uh, you never know you're having a good time until it becomes a memory. And I don't know if I'm a spoiler for it, where I'm always looking around like, you know, hey, I'm having a ball or whatever. But I try to really submerge myself in the moments that I'm having. We take our pictures and I post them, and then we look back on it. A couple of days later, it's like, man, we had a ball. So you never know you're having a good time till it becomes a memory. And
Yeah.
being that most of us are going to be with family, I'm sure the drunk uncle's going to be there, or those two players who they are that always end up in a fight at the end. They're going to be there, but there's going to be more besides that that's going on. Just look around, because they might not be at the next holiday gathering. So just enjoy yourself and just get caught up in the moment. Don't just let the moment slip past you. Really, you know, don't depart by saying without saying I love you, because you never know when you're going to get the chance to say that again. And I say this, bro to bro, no homo. I love you guys. So
All love too, fella.
yeah,
I love too, brother.
you see how y'all said it. Oh, it's all love. You can't say I love you, can you? Huh?
Yeah, no, you can't, cause you can wait. You can say it
Uh-huh.
first, but you can't openly say it back. It just gotta be a little bit different.
I guess
You got,
you're
it gotta
right.
be.
I
You know
love
what
you
I'm
too,
saying?
Elroy.
Yeah,
Nah, nah,
the
nah.
first one
It's
cool.
Nah,
All right,
I
I'll accept
look,
that.
look. I treat it like LL Cool J. I say it. No, I can't do that because then it sounds inappropriate. Saying the LL Cool J.
No, but
I,
no, really,
I love you guys too, man. I love you guys
no,
too.
but
Man.
just appreciate the moments, uh, we blink on Friday evening and it's Sunday night, so it's back to work. Just imagine, as kids, it took forever for Christmas to come. Now that motherfucker is like, slow the fuck down. Time moves fast for us, because we know the full concept of time. Let's just enjoy those moments. That's all I got. And I
What's your
love
part?
titties. I love titties. I know some of you guys were out there were like,
Hey,
what the fuck is wrong with
take
him?
his mic.
So I had to bring him back to reality.
Take take his mic, man. Take his mic.
What?
What's
You
your
too?
parting words, Jamie?
You
We can't
wait.
control
You,
him.
you you too manly to say you love titties? No, Jeremy. What are your
Bro,
parting words?
I keep it simple, bro. I just say peace and blessings, man, and until next time. That's it.